Hello and welcome to Sonic Lifestyle. My name is Olivia and I'm a lifelong ballerina and classical musician here to teach you how to dance ballet with no experience necessary. So this is part 4 in our completely free How to Dance Ballet online course. If you've missed the other videos so far, go ahead and go to my channel and go to the playlist and watch the previous videos so that you can be caught up, because these videos do build upon one another, and I think it's important for you to get those foundations first before jumping in right here. In this class we will be learning about proper bar posture, we will be learning about pliés, and we will be learning about releves. And we will also do a fun combination that builds off of what we learned in the first ballet tutorial video, the one right before this, as well as what we've learned in this video, and do a fun combination and performance. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So something to know about proper bar posture is, again, building off of what we learned in the last video, is that doing things evenly in ballet is very, very important. So we have our right side and our left side. When you do the right side at the ballet bar, you want your right leg facing outwards. So this is a proper way to face at the bar when you're doing a combination to the right. So that would be with your right leg on the outside of the bar. If you want to face for a left combination, we are going to be facing with our left leg out away from the bar. Okay? And something to keep in mind is that the proper way to change the directions at a ballet bar is to turn into the bar. It's not considered proper to turn away from the bar. And there's a reason for this, which I will get on later on, because there is a certain motion that dancers use to quickly change between the right and the left side of doing a combination, and it's typically done to the bar. Of course, there are exceptions, as with everything, but that is traditionally and typically what you usually see. So again, back to our bar posture. We are facing to the right as if we will be doing a right-facing combination. And we are going to have our hand on the bar. Now, to put your hand on the bar, you do not want your thumb below the bar. You want your thumb on top of the bar. Okay? You don't want to be grabbing the bar too tight. It's just there for a little bit of extra support. Now, of course, if you are using a wall, then that would be different. You'll have your left hand on the wall to support yourself, okay? And your right foot facing away from the wall. Same thing for the left. You have your right arm on the wall, and your left foot facing away from the wall. Okay? Same thing for a countertop. Let's pretend that this is a countertop. If you're doing a combination to the right, you're going to have your left arm on the countertop, right leg facing away. If you're doing a combination to the left, you're going to have your right arm on the countertop, left leg facing away. And the reason for that, the reason why you have the leg that you're working with facing away from the bar, is because that's where you're going to have all the movement for that leg. Okay? Typically in a ballet class, if you're at a ballet bar, you will have a neighbor, and or behind, in front, as well as to the side of you. So if you have someone to the side of you and you're both, if your legs are moving here in that space, you're going to hit each other's legs. So that is why when you are doing a right-facing combination, your right foot should be away from you, because it's in the space where you're free to move, where if you have a neighbor on the bar with you, you won't kick them and they won't kick you. So again, same thing for the left. That's why you want your left foot to be able to have the space around to move around in, so that you won't interrupt your neighbor's practice and they won't interrupt yours. So just some quick knowledge and reasoning behind. I think it's very important to understand why things are done a certain way, and this isn't typically explained in other ballet courses. So I'm really doing my best to impart all my knowledge onto you guys, but if for some reason I skip over something and I don't realize it and you have a question about something, please let me know in the comments below, because I will be so happy to help you. So anyway, yes, back to our ballet bar posture. Like with any posture in ballet, you want your shoulders down. We're going to aim to be square, so our shoulders and our hips are facing the same way. And if we're starting to the right, we want to make sure that our right leg is away from the bar or the wall or the countertop, and that our left hand is on the bar, and that the left thumb is above the bar. It's not below, grabbing the countertop like this. You want your arm up, okay? And you want your elbow to be slightly down. You don't want to be too squished in the bar. You don't want to be too far away from the bar. You want to simply have a little distance where your arm is here. and I'll turn to the side so you can see about how much my elbow is bent. So my arm is here. This is how much the elbow should be bent. And then we'll go for the left side. So we're here, with our little arm in prep. This is how much the arm is bent. Okay? So cool. So now we have our bar posture down. So let's see, the first move that we will be learning is a plie. We learned a tendu in the previous the previous lesson, but today we'll be learning pliés and releves. So a plié in French means to bend, to fold, and that's simply because we will be bending our knees here. So let's go ahead and start in a first position, okay? And we are going to just simply bend our knees, okay? So bending the knees, these are pliés. We can start in first position, just plie here for a little bit. Practice that motion. Plie. And remember, in ballet, it's important to be engaged in your core, having your shoulders down, having a flat back. So I'll show you a little plie to the side so you can see all that happening. So again, your core is engaged, your back is flat, your shoulders are down, your chin parallel to the floor. Remember, your elbows aren't here, they aren't up, they're also parallel, they're facing out. You have your hands in ballet hand mode. And we're plieing. So you see your knees, the knees are going out. If you have more of a turnout, that's what it'll look like. But it's fine to have your feet in more of an acute angle. That's fine if you're just starting out, don't worry. No need to push yourself. Just doing a few little pliés. And you can grab the bar for some support if you need. Alright, so that is a plie in first position. So what's fun is that we can do a plie in all the other ballet positions as well. So that was a plie in first position. Now let's try pliés in second position. So to go to our second position, let's practice what we learned last class. We're going to do a tendu to the side, making sure that your knee and your toes aren't squishing into the floor. They're just facing outwards. So again, we're going to start in our first position, tendu to the side, and land in our second position. Now from here, we're going to plie. So literally all you're going to do is just bend your knees. Alright, see, bend your knees. You want to make sure that your weight is centered. You're centered. You're not over to one side, to the other side. You want to make sure that you're centered in your weight and you're square. So your hips and your shoulders are facing forward. And we're just bending the knees. Okay? So now let's go ahead and try plie in our third position. Okay? So we're going to stop. We're going to stand straight in second position. We're going to tendu. We're going to close third position to the front. So third position, but to the right. So we will have the right leg in front and the right arm in front. And just plie there. Okay? Plie. Plie. Let's go ahead and we'll just kind of reset, and we'll do a third position to the left. So we're going to have our left heel in front of our right heel, right arm up in first, left arm in first, right arm in second. And when you put that together, that means that this is a third position to the left. We're just going to plie. Good job. Plie. So we'll just kind of shake it out. Let's go back. Now let's go ahead and try fourth position. So fourth position to the right. We're going to have our right foot front, left foot in the back, right arm front, left arm to the side. Let's do a little tendu to the fourth. And now we're going to plie. Now, you want to make sure that you're plieing with your weight in the center, not too far front, not too far back. We're just going to plie. Now let's go ahead and switch that up. We're going to do it to the left. Plie. Practice these pliés. Now let's go ahead and try fifth position pliés. So we're going to start with the right fifth position. Arms up. Plie. Plie. Good job. Same thing to the left. Plie. 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 So now I will show you how to do this at the bar. Because we're learning how to use the bar, and we will be using the bar actually a lot in these next upcoming videos. But I just wanted to show you how the positions in the arms look and bring up the concept of pliés in different ballet positions so you could see how they are typically presented. Okay, so if you had trouble balancing during that time, no worries. The bar will be a lot easier to balance with, so don't get discouraged. Everything takes time, especially when it's something new and there's a lot of different motions going on. So keep it up. I know that you got this, and we're going to go ahead and start the bar portion. So we're going to be facing to the right first. So we will have, again, our right leg is going to be away from the bar. Left leg is close to the bar. Our supporting / standing leg will be the left leg, and our working leg will be the right leg. So again, bar posture. We're here. We have our prep arms. And we have our left arm's going to be on the bar. Thumb won't be under, it has to be over. If you're using the wall, just your left hand's on the wall, okay? Or your left hand's on the countertop if you're using the countertop. So we're going to start, arm down low, and we're going to plie in a first position. So we're going to plie. Let's do 3 of those. 2 and 3. Now we're going to go out to second position. So bring your arm out. So as you're doing your tendu with your right foot, with your working leg, you're going to bring your arm out into second position, and you're going to land. So again, we are in first position. Go out to second position. Let's just plie here. Plie. Let's do 2 more. Plie. Plie. Now to transition to third position at the bar, we're going to tendu. We're going to close here. And we can keep our arm out in second for now. So just plie, plie, plie. Now let's go to fourth position. Again, we'll keep our arm out in second position just to make things easier. So we're out in the fourth position, the right, plie, plie, plie. Now that we're up straight, we're going to tendu to the front. And I don't know if you noticed, but I have my arm on the bar here, my hand here, and I just briefly lifted it up a little bit to transition to the fifth position. So that's all you need to do is using the bar. You don't have to slide your hand along. You can pick it up and place it as you need to. So we're at the fourth position, tendu, fifth position. Let's plie here twice. 1, 2. And then let's do a little allongé. So look at your arm, pretend there's a pretty ring or butterfly. Follow it with your head. And close. Arm back in prep. And look off into the distance. Not too far back on your shoulder, but just kind of tilt your head a little bit. That ending pose is typically what's done in classical ballet training after you finish a combination at the bar. So again, we transitioned from, we did our 5th pliés, and then when we come back up for the last plie, you look out at your arm and your little fingers in your ballet mode. You look down at your arm, and then you look a little bit over your shoulder. Okay, so let's turn into the bar to the left and do that same thing. So we're just kind of doing 3 pliés in each position. And then I'll go ahead and I'll teach you another motion, and then we can go ahead and put that all together and do a little dance. So let's get started. So let's see, we are in our little prep. We have our right hand on the bar or on the wall, making sure that our left leg, our working leg, is outside. And we're going to get started. So we'll do our little prep of our allongé. So we'll do 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's typically how you start a combination. So I showed you how you ended one for the right side, but I'll show you how you start one as well. It's pretty much the same. So just out and close. So we did that in the previous lesson when we were starting our going between different positions. So just kind of bringing that concept back is doing a little breath of the arm out and close. Then we'll do 3 pliés. Plie first, second plie, third plie first. Now we're going to open. As the arm opens, the leg opens and tendu, and you go into second position. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do a little allongé. Look up at the arm, close it into third. 1, 2, 3. Now, briefly interrupting myself here, when I showed you the combination to the right, I didn't show you how to do the little allongé to go to different transitions just because I wanted to keep things simple as you were learning the the pliés in different positions of the bar. So this is kind of taking it up another notch. If you aren't comfortable with doing the transition with your arm, that's totally fine. The way that you can do things is just do the quick little breath of the arm first. Do your 3 pliés. Just keep your head straight and just open up your arm straight to second position. Do your 3 pliés. Keep your head straight and your arm straight out in second position, close front. So to show you the difference of what they look like, I was starting with this. 1, 2, 3. Following my hand and looking out. 1, 2, 3. Following my hand and looking out. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to do that. We can stay all in arm second position, head facing forward. So, you know, as with anything, there are different ways to add more nuances, more flair, but if that's not something that you want to do right away, that's totally fine. So again, where were we? We were in third position. So let's just keep it simple for now, but if you want to add some extra flair, you can experiment with that, which is fun. So let's see, we have we'll just start back from the beginning since I went into a bit of a tangent of explaining things. So we're back at the bar, we're at our first position, we'll do a little prep. We'll go 1, then we plie, 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 open side, I'm sorry, prep, first position arms. See, everyone makes mistakes, it's fine, it's how things go, and you can't get discouraged, you have to keep going, and you know, learn your lesson from it. So I'm sure, see, even me, after doing ballet for so long, I'm making mistakes now, so you know, if you're making mistakes, don't worry about it. Now we're in our third position. 1, 2, 3. Go to our fourth position. 1, 2, 3. Go to our fifth position. 1, 2, 3. Now I would like for you to try allongé at the end and closing and looking off into the distance. Okay? So we went ahead and we did our right side, we did our left side, and now I want to teach you another move, which is a releve. So that means to rise up. So to do a releve, all you're going to be doing is, let's say we can practice in first position. You're going to have your heels touching together. We're in our first position. You're simply just going to lift your heels off the ground a little bit. Now, don't feel pressure like you have to get a super perfect releve right off the bat. For example, a releve that I can do, and I'm not saying that I'm super perfect, but like a more advanced releve is you can see how straight the legs are, how much the turnout is when it comes to the heel, how high up the foot is off the ground, the heel is off the ground. To do a releve, simple releve, just practice bringing your heels off the ground. And it can even be like this, that's fine. Go at your own pace. But that is a releve in first position, is bringing your heels off the ground. You just kind of practice that a little bit. You can even practice that in sixth position if you want to try. Just bring your heels off the ground. Okay? So to do a releve in first position, let's go ahead and try that a few more times. So we'll have I'll go ahead and do it to the right so that you can see it from the right. We're just going to do some releves. Okay, 2, 3. If you do second position, let's tendu to the second. And same concept, you're just bringing the heels off the floor. 1, 2, 3. Now, similar concept with your tendus, you don't want to be sickling your ankles either. So if your foot's on releve, you don't want to be leaning forward, you don't want to be leaning backward because that can be dangerous. Just focus on bringing your foot directly up off the ground, okay? So directly up off the ground, not forward, not backward, okay? So where were we? We were in our second position releves. And then let's do a tendu, closed front. We're going to be in our third position releve. So just same thing, bringing your feet off the ground, the heel off the ground. Tendu front, let's go to fourth position. Keeping your weight in the center. Core engaged, back straight. Tendu, let's close in fifth. Practice releves. So that was to the right. Let's go ahead and practice the left. So again, when you're doing your right and lefts, the first, second, and sixth position, they're always the same. But when you do third, fourth, and fifth, those have right and left sides. So we'll go ahead, we'll still do our first position. Let's try some releves. Remember, you're going to be having your right hand on the bar for your left side. Do tendu. And you're going to do a few releves. Tendu, close front for third. Do some releves. And if you can't do them this fast, it's fine. You can just practice doing one really slowly, going back down. I will say in ballet though, it's interesting to think about. Typically when you do things slower, it's actually harder because you require more control of your muscles as you're moving. It's actually usually easier to do things quicker. But regardless, you want to make sure that your form is good and that you are you're doing things in proper form. Like in weightlifting or other physical exercises, if you're doing things in an improper form, you can hurt yourself. So again, back to our third position, we're doing our releves. And let's go ahead and transition to our fourth position, so tendu front. Do a little fourth position releves. Now, when you're doing releves in the fourth position, you don't want your feet to be parallel like this. You want to be focusing on your turnout, making sure that your heels, the goal is to try to have your heels be parallel side to side like this. I understand that's hard when you're not used to turning out, so we can just kind of have them as turned out as you can here. And just be releve, making sure that your core is engaged, your back is straight, you're going straight up and down. Let's go ahead and tendu to fifth. All right. And then if you want to practice a little bit of sixth, you can do that too. This is also good just like to do like calf raises to work on your calf strength. Okay, so we did our releves, we did our tendus in the previous lesson, and we practiced pliés today. So I think it's about time that we start learning the combination for our dance at the end. So very exciting stuff, I'm really excited to show you. And we will do a proper combination of doing something to the right side of the bar, turning into the bar, and to the left, and ending. I'm really excited to show you this because this is a traditional ballet class form, and you're learning, and you're already here, and this is what your second actual tutorial on how to dance. So I feel like we're making really good progress, and I'm really proud of you and very, very happy about this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So for the combination, we will have our left hand on the bar facing. This will be our right side. We're just going to be doing simple pliés. So we're going to do a start with your hand in front. We're going to allonger to the side, close. And we're going to follow our hand. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So to go over that, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Then we will do a tendu. Open second. And we'll just keep our arm out in second. We'll go 1, 2, 3. You're going to tendu that to the side. You can keep your arm in second or do a little allongé to be fancy, but I will do the simpler version just to not overwhelm you guys. But if you want to throw in a little allongé to be a little fancy, you can. So anyway, after we do our second position pliés, we're going to put our foot out into tendu and we're going to close to third. And we'll just keep our arm in second just to make things easier. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We're going to tendu front to fourth position. 1, 2, 3. Tendu front to fifth. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to releve. And we're going to come down. We're going to look off, allongé, and end. Then we're going to turn and then do the same to the other side. So again, we're going to go preparation, 1, down. We'll go 1, 2, 3, tendu. 1, 2, 3, tendu third. 1, 2, 3, tendu. 1, 2, 3, tendu fifth. 1, 2, 3, then releve, hold it for a little bit, come down. Allongé, close, look off into the distance. Okay? So let's go ahead and we'll try that with counts. And then after that, we will do our little performance. Okay, so let's try with counts. Again, this is to the right side. Left arm's on the bar, starting first position. Preparation. Out and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, releve 7, releve 7, 8, and down. Look up, down, and on to the distance. We're going to turn around. So let's try it again with counts to the left side. So go 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close front for the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tendu front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tendu close fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Releve, releve. Come down. Allonge. Look down over your shoulder. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that with music. I'm so excited. This is our next performance that we'll be doing, and I really hope that you enjoy. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Fantastic class and lesson. I really hope that you enjoyed learning these basic fundamentals. In our next video, we will be learning some other fun things to add into our ballet combinations. We'll do another fun performance at the end, and that will actually be our last class before we start our full-on ballet class together, where we will encompass all of the movements together that we've learned thus far into a traditional ballet class. So I'm really, really excited for that. If you have any questions, please let me know. I do my best to be as in-depth as I can, but if I missed anything or you're not really quite sure about something, please let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So go ahead and make a comment if you have any questions. I will certainly get back to you when I can. Again, thank you so much for joining. I'm really, really excited to be on this course and this journey with you, and thank you for being here, and thank you for putting in the time to enjoy this beautiful art form with me. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!